Yo, what is going on, people? We are finally back again. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. I'm gassed because yes, match day 3 of the Champions League is here. And we're going to dive into all the fixtures that there is to go over. But before we do, you already know, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, so close to 1 million subs, bro. But yeah, like always, let's get it cracking. First game that we have, Besiktas versus Sporting. Besiktas and Sporting met twice in the 15-16 UEFA Europa League group stages at a 1-1 draw at the Olympic Stadium before a 3-1 Sporting win in Lisbon, bro. So I think Besiktas, they can do something compared to Sporting. Sporting has been absolutely poor. For me, Besiktas will take the win 2-0. Club Brugge versus Manchester City. I mean, Man City obviously being the favorites going into this game, but Club Brugge, they can disappoint some teams. This is the first ever meeting between Club Brugge and Manchester City in European competition, with the citizens the 11th different English side that Brugge have faced in Europe. I think Manchester City are the clear favorites. Can Gabriel Jesus score? Can Leroy Sané? Can Jack Grealish score? Can the man do something, bro? I think they can, and I think they will obliterate Club Brugge. I'm going to say an emphatic 4-0. Shaktar versus Real Madrid. Another game that Shaktar usually tends to disappoint teams, but this year it is a bit different. They aren't as good in Europe as they usually are. Real Madrid looking very, very well. The likes of Karim Benzema and all them men there. The Brazilian boy as well. Vinicius Jr. doing bits. For a second consecutive season, Shaktar and Real Madrid will meet in the UEFA Champions League group stages. Shaktar beat Madrid in both meetings last season 3-2 away, 2-0 home. Only the 5th time a side has beaten Real Madrid home and away in a group stage in the competition. I think Real Madrid are the clear favorites and they will pull this off no problem, which is why I'm going to say 3-0. PSG versus Red Bull Leipzig. Red Bull Leipzig are decent right now. They're okay. They're not the best. They are last in the table in their group. I mean, so I don't think they'll cause too much problems to PSG. PSG being in first place. This is a 3rd consecutive UEFA Champions League season to see PSG and Red Bull Leipzig face. In 1920, PSG won 3-0 in a single leg semi-final, while both sides won their home games. In last season's group stage, RB Leipzig versus PSG 2-1 and PSG versus Red Bull Leipzig 1-0. I think this will be 3-0 for me. I think PSG will get through this comfortably. Next match, Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. We didn't see this game not too long ago. It feels like ages ago, but it wasn't too long ago. I remember when Trent was heated, Liverpool were heated. Yeah, very, very poor campaign the last time they played. But Atletico Madrid and Liverpool last met in the last 16 of the 1920 UEFA Champions League, with the Spaniards winning both legs 1-0 at home and 3-2 away in extra time. I remember the whole thing. Alexander-Arnold was fuming, fighting with Morata. Maybe they can pull it off this year. I do think they will. Atletico will probably give them a hard time, but I think Liverpool, they're just doing exceptionally well right now, both in and outside of Europe, bro. In Premier League, they're doing well. But Atletico as well, they're up there. They're doing really well in Europe, okay, in La Liga. So for me, I think Liverpool will win this 3-2. I think it'll be a very, very close game, very entertaining one. I don't think it'll disappoint. Inter Milan versus Sheriff, another decent game. Both pretty poor. Sheriff haven't really done anything. This is the first ever meeting between teams from Italy and Moldova in all European competitions. I think this will be a 0-0 draw. If not 1-1, but I'm going to say 0-0. Ajax versus Dortmund. A game, Ajax, I remember they used to have that dream team. Shout out to that team. Feels like a long time ago, but it really wasn't. Back in the 18-19 season, best season of all time. Ajax and Borussia Dortmund last faced in the 2012-13 UEFA Champions League group stages. The Germans won both games 1-0 at home and 4-1 at the Johan Cruyff Arena. I think Dortmund, mostly because of Jude Bellingham and Erling Haaland, they've been absolutely fantastic. The team's been pretty okay. In Europe, they have been dominating though. In the Champions League as well, Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham have been the standouts. I think Dortmund they won't have too much of a problem. I'm going to say 4-1. Porto versus AC Milan. I'm not going to dive too much into this game. I don't think there's much really going into it, but FC Porto and Milan haven't faced since the 03 European Super Cup final, when Porto was reigning UEFA Cup champions and Milan had just won the Champions League. The Rossoneri won 1-0 with a goal from Andriy Shevchenko. So I think this will be 1-1. That's yeah. RB Salzburg versus Wolfsburg. Again, not a game that's the most entertaining. This is the first ever meeting between FC Salzburg and Wolfsburg in any competition. Both teams they're not very good in Europe, and Salzburg is okay. They're all right in the Bundesliga. They're not bad. Wolfsburg not so much. I think this will be 1-1, maybe 2-2. I don't think one of them get the result they want. Maybe. I mean, Salzburg is higher. They are first. So yeah, I'm gonna say 1-0. Barcelona versus Dynamo Kiev. You know, the Barcelona, they have been very disappointing. They lost their last match and got a red card. They got destroyed by Bayern Munich. And what? Anyway, it was Benfica. So I'm waiting for something really bad to happen now. Can it get worse or can it get better? But Barcelona lost their first 2 UEFA Champions League matches against Dynamo Kiev in the 97-98 group stages, but have since won 4 in a row against them, beating them twice in last season's group stages. I think Barcelona, they'll barely slide through this one, 1-0. At worst, tie. I would be mind blown if they won or lost. Lille versus Sevilla. A decent looking game. Lille and Sevilla last met in the 05-06 UEFA Cup at the last 16 stage, with the Spanish side winning 2-1 on aggregate, on their way to winning the tournament against Middlesbrough in the final that season. I think Sevilla will win compared to Lille. Lille, they're okay, I guess. They are in last place. Can they disappoint? I doubt it. Sevilla for me, clear favorites to win this game. 2-0 for me. Manchester United versus Atalanta. Decent game. I mean, Atalanta, they can cause problems this season. They aren't that good. They're okay. They are better than Man United in Europe. They haven't lost any of their games. So can United pull something off? Can they really pull something off? Manchester United and Atalanta have never faced in any competition previously, with La Dea, the 7th different Italian team the Red Devils have faced in Europe. So I think, yeah, maybe they could pull something off. Atalanta are favorites going into this one. They really are the favorites going into this one. So I'm going to say Atalanta, they're going to disappoint United 2-1. Zenit versus Juventus, Zenit St. Petersburg. Zenit St. Petersburg and Juventus have only met previously in the 08-09 UEFA Champions League group stage. A 1-0 win for Juve in Turin and 0-0 draw in Russia. This is, yeah, I guess it's a decent looking game. Juventus, top of their table. Zenit, they're up there. They're in third. But I think they can cause problems to Juventus. I don't think they'll make a big deal though. So for me, I'm gonna say 1-0 win for Juventus. Benfica versus Bayern. You know, Bayern high and flying. They've been doing so well in the Bundesliga and in Europe. They're in first. Benfica is in second. This can be a problem for Bayern. But because Benfica, they are up there. Maybe they can cause a disappointment to Bayern. I don't think so. I think Bayern will go through this smoothly. Shout out Leroy, by the way. Hopefully a goal and assist. Both of them. One or the other, but both would be lovely. Man like Leroy, that's my guy. Lewandowski will for sure score. For me, this will be an emphatic 3-1 win for Bayern. Chelsea versus Malmo. Yeah, I guess okay game. Malmo have been absolutely terrible in the Champions League so far. They haven't won any games. Chelsea, they haven't been high flying, but they've been playing very well in comparison to Malmo. Chelsea and Malmo faced in the last 32 of the UEFA Europa League in 18-19, with the English side winning both games and 5-1 in aggregate, 2-1 away and 3-0 at home. Chelsea are playing at home, so I'm going to say 3-0. I don't think they'll have much of a problem against Malmo. Young Boys versus Villarreal. This is the first ever meeting between Young Boys and Villarreal in a European competition. I think Villarreal, in a way, they are not the favorites, but in a way they kind of are. Young Boys, they've been shocking people. They really have been shocking people. So I guess from a fan base perspective, Villarreal. But for people who want to get surprised and get entertained, Young Boys are the favorite. And I'm going to go Young Boys, bro. I think Young Boys will shock Villarreal big time. I'm going to say 3-0. Young Boys will do bits. But anyways, boys and girls, those are my predictions. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below who do you think will be the standout team, the standout players, all that good stuff. And like always, I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see you soon.